Good evening, this is Jamie Drummond for Good Food Revolution. I'm here in Faenza with Alberto Paltrinieri, who is one of the most fantastic Lambrusco producers in the region. How are you today, sir?
Buongiorno. No, my name is Alberto Paltrinieri, exactly. I produce of Lambrusco di Sorbara. That is one of a lot of Lambrusco that are made in Emilia, in Modena, in Reggio Emilia, also in Mantova, also in Parma. I produce Lambrusco di Sorbara, and Lambrusco di Sorbara is a very particular type of Lambrusco.
Now, when most people think of Lambrusco in North America, they would pull a face, they would frown, they would think that was a lesser wine. But tasting your Lambrusco, which was one of the very first I tasted when I came to Emila Romagna on this visit, I was astounded at the complexity of your wine, astounded at the vibrancy of the wine, astounded at the craftsmanship that went on in the wine. Tell me a little about how you make the wine.
Okay, we look at the tradition of our wines. Lambrusco is a worldwide wine, famous all over the world. Maybe you can taste Lambrusco as a low quality of wine. For us, Lambrusco is a great wine because it's an expression of our region. In particular, Lambrusco di Sorbara it could be recognized as a low level of color and a great level of acidity.
Now, tell me a little bit about the grape itself, because the one that you choose the certain type of Lambrusco that you make, it's very particular. So tell me about the grape itself.
The grape of Lambrusco di Sorbara in particular the grape have a problem, a sexual problem.
A sexual problem?
Sexual problem in the flower.
Ah.
For this reason, in the vineyards, you have to plant Lambrusco di Sorbara as variety and Lambrusco Salamino. Lambrusco Salamino give the...
Is it a more virile plant? Is it more, or does it attract more insects?
No. Lambrusco Salamino have no the problem of Sorbara, so can give the male part of the flower
I see.
to pollinare, non mi ricordo.
Yes, yeah, I understand.
The flower of Sorbara.
Now, as a grape itself,
the grape is with space between
the grapes?
Exactly,
yeah.
And is not a grape who gave color. For this reason, Lambrusco di Sorbara is the low level of color of Lambrusco.
Now, it's interesting because there is this tendency in the world of wine today that color and intensity is quality. Basically, you can equate the quality of the wine with the color. But we're looking at this wine here, and this is a fantastic wine, but it always produces wines that are a little bit paler, but with amazing acidity, amazing minerality, amazing intensity. And I think that's why I like the wine so much. Now, tell me a little bit about the process, the steps that you take to make this wine from the grape to the glass.
Well, we collect the grape, we press the grape, we separate immediately as a vinification in white.
So there's no maceration whatsoever?
No.
But you still get this amazing color.
The amazing color comes from a little bit of contact with the skin and the moist, but there's no much time together. So this is the real color of Lambrusco di Sorbara. In particular, this is Lambrusco di Sorbara 100% made with Lambrusco di Sorbara as as a variety. That is the less colored grape in the great family of Lambrusco.
I think the question that everybody wants to ask is, how do you get the fizz? How do you get the sparkle? How do you get the pétillance in the wine?
Allora, first of all, it's not a miracle, okay? No, you feel normally in March, after the year, you fill the bottle with a little bit of quantity of sugar, and this little quantities is fermented with yeast in the bottle. That is a space closed, so the CO2 that are produced by the yeast made sparkling the wine.
Now, is this similar to the method ancestral?
This is called exactly this method is called ancestrale. It's a method nearby the classic method or champenois method.
But with no disgorgement at the end of the day, so it's yeah.
The disgorgement is not. There are no. In fact, you can find in the bottle the part of the wine that is turbid.
That's the sediment, the turbidity that you can see. So
Exactly.
many of your bottles have a kind of cloudiness to them, and then at the bottom of the bottle there's like a sediment, which is
Exactly.
okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Now, when you're talking about yeasts, it's all natural yeast you use as well.
We use natural yeast. We don't use for this type of wine selected yeast because we think that we could make a great wine with this method. Some other person thinks that you have to use selected yeast. For me, this is the particular different that could make great wine. Because in fact, each bottle, when you use natural yeast, could be made different from another.
So you have amazing bottle variation then.
Yes.
How do you think we can raise the profile of Lambrusco on the world stage? Because it has such a bad reputation right now. What do you think it will take for people to understand that there are very interesting Lambrusco?
For me, the bad reputation that the Lambrusco has all over the world, for me, personally, is not a problem. Because I think that is a possibility to taste other type of Lambrusco. So when I meet a person that have a good and a bad idea of Lambrusco, it's very, very interesting for me to prove, to change the idea of Lambrusco in the people that I met.
Thank you very much for joining us at Good Food Revolution today. Really appreciate your time, and I really appreciate your wines.
Thank you.
And have a good night.
Grazie.